decimated by injury, suspension, international duty, everything else. No problem for PSG. Able to win 4-0 over Nimes on Friday. Kylian Mbappe had been in doubt how much he'd go. Well, he got a couple goals as PSG rolls easily. For more, we welcome in Julien, Laurent, Ale and Shaka still with us as well. Jules, Thomas Tuchel complaining all week he could barely scrap 11 guys together, so this seems like a pretty good result in that context.
Yes, that's right. It was a really good result. He had so many players missing: Verratti, Marquinhos, Neymar, Di Maria, Kurzawa, and Icardi, and many others that I forget, either due to suspension, injuries, they were resting for the game on Tuesday in the Champions League against United, all sort of reasons. And yeah, they still won 4-0. Of course, the red card for Nimes quite early in the game changed a lot the dynamic. But even before that, PSG were already looking really good, showing the depth in their squad. Someone like Rafinha, for example, on his debut was really good for an hour before coming off, gave the assist on the first goal to Mbappe. We saw really good Moise Kane, I thought, although he was a bit unlucky not to score. Mbappe was on top form despite playing 3 games while he's taking part in all those games with the national team in the last 10 days or so. So in the end, very positive, very good, although Paredes got a little injury apparently, which is the only bad news of the night, but they could have scored 10, 12 goals easily, hit the woodwork 3 times. So all in all, a very positive night.
Shaka, you had an eye on this one as well. PSG haven't always been impressive this season in domestic play. What did you make of their performance?
Well, it was to be expected. And listen, as much as Tuchel is complaining about the injuries that they had, you look at this squad up against Nimes, you think they'd win comfortably regardless. A forward line of Mbappe, Moise Kane, Sarabia, Kimpembe in the back, Gaia through the middle. Listen, they should have cruised this regardless. Florenzi down the right-hand side was impressive. Added to that Nimes, who struggled last season, down to 10 men after, 25, 30 minutes. It was a formality. It was, so you take the 3 points, you take the impressive result. It could have been a whole lot more, but in all honesty, again, despite the injury suspensions, despite the players missing, I expected no less from PSG.
Jules, you mentioned the Champions League coming up Tuesday against Manchester United. Just how serious are the depth concerns when you talk about competing at that level for Thomas Tuchel?
We will have to see. I think a lot of the players will be assessed this weekend. We know, for example, that Di Maria and Kurzawa will be back because they were suspended in the league. Mario Icardi is a doubt. Marquinhos is a bigger doubt even. Marco Verratti, there's again a lot of question mark over his fitness. We will see what happened tonight to Paredes, if it's only like a little niggle in his hamstring or if it's a bit serious and they don't want to take any risk. But this is the first game of the group stage. It's at home at the Parc des Princes, albeit behind closed doors, but it's still it's a key game in this competition already, and they can't take it either lightly or not putting up the best team, the strongest team that they can. So I think Tuchel will hope this weekend that some of the players recover better than maybe we expect and we think, and then he will have a more competitive TV even than what we saw tonight.
Interesting, Ale. PSG, obviously the good performance today against Nimes, but since the Champions League final, they haven't really been overwhelming. Manchester United has been very underwhelming. It's hard to really wrap your head around this tie, isn't it?
Actually, it isn't.
No?
This is about PSG. I don't even address Manchester United until they become a serious team. Up until this point, what we've seen from Manchester United is struggle after struggle after struggle. And a team that can't quite figure out who they are under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When they tell you that they're going to be a young team, but then, you know what, let's go and get Cavani. Well, it's one or the other. It doesn't quite work that way. And it just feels like you're just shifting the dynamics of the conversation pending on what's happening this weekend. So if this weekend goes well, then we're great. We're fantastic. If it doesn't go well, then, look, we're planning to the future. The truth is that Manchester United right now, they don't really know who they are. Whereas PSG, whereas Thomas Tuchel can complain about the lack of players or what have you, I don't feel sorry for Thomas Tuchel and I don't feel sorry for PSG. And so therefore, he'll have enough players, regardless of what these injuries are, he'll have enough players available to him to where whatever version of PSG shows up, that night on the Parc des Princes will be better than whatever Manchester United is able to come up with.
Manchester United have a few more days before they can worry about PSG. Up next for Manchester United, Newcastle on the weekend. And of course, we will be talking about that next. ESPN FC available for you every single day. Don't miss one episode as we cover all bases in world football.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.